What's up guys, Jitsamati here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got an episode of top 5 transfers of the week. This week number 11 also. There's quite a few surprise transfers in this episode guys. So as always, if you can smash 2,000 likes that'd be greatly appreciated. In the comments below, let me know what you think has been the best transfer of the week. And if you're to my channel, class subscribe button for daily FIFA content. So as we always do, we're going to start with the honourable mentions page. And first up, we have got a new BPL silver, which is going to be in G. I think it's a bronze on FIFA 15. And he's actually got an upgrade on head-to-head to a striker. And it is, I think he's got 4-star skills as well. Nice card there for Tottenham. Then we've got Aranguiz, actually a returning player from FIFA 13 or FIFA 14. He's actually gone to Bayer Leverkusen. That one could have made the top 5, but the top 5 are chosen, in my opinion, are just a little bit bigger name kind of thing. Then we've got Ramagnoni to AC Milan. And finally, this one, again, should have been in the top 5, but it's actually only just happened. That is Baba to Chelsea. I was going to leave until next week, but I mean, there's quite a few next week that could happen, given that we're actually coming to the end of the transfer window. But there's actually one player also that will most likely be in next week. That is Kovacic to Real Madrid. So in at number 5 this week, we have got Mathieu Valbuena, the Frenchman, who left Dynamo Moscow to join Olympique Lyon in the French league for £3.5 million. He's 30 years old and he's valued at £8 million. Last season in the Russian league, he actually played 36 games, getting 4 goals and 15 assists. That's a really nice assist ratio there from the central attacking midfielder. But I mean, in general, again, it's quite a controversial one because he used to play for Marseille. And this guy actually adds to the list of Frenchmen currently in that Lyon squad. They've got the likes of Fekir, Lacazette, Boevu, Gonlons, Tolisso, so many to name. And for FIFA, so many hyperlinks. I know he's 30 years old, but £3.5 million for a playmaker. Done very well last season in terms of assist ratios. That's actually a very nice price, 3.5 mil. Again, the Marseille rivalry is, I don't know how the French people are reacting to this type of thing. I haven't actually read much about it, but I imagine there's quite a few annoyed people. And like I mentioned about the perfect link, so you can actually have like a trio of Lacazette, Fekir, and also Valbuena or even Boevu. So I mean, there's a lot of options for him, and that is why he's my number 5. Number 4 is going to be one that I actually could have put number 2 or 3, and that's going to be Adama Traore to Aston Villa. The young Spaniard left FC Barcelona for £7 million. He's 19 years old, and he's valued just 3.5 mil, but again, he's 19 years old, and that will definitely increase. For Barca B, last season he played 39 games, getting 4 goals and 14 assists. I think Barca B actually got relegated or something like that. I think he also made 2 appearances for the main Barcelona team in the Copa del Rey or whatever it's called. So Aston Villa actually beat a lot of big European clubs to this the actual signing itself. I mean, the likes of Liverpool were linked, and they're also, I think, Roma were linked before as well. I mean, there's so many clubs that I can't really think of the top of my head, but £7 million in this day and age really isn't that much for a youngster. The type of player you can actually expect for him, he's an electric type of player. He likes running and taking on fullbacks, quite similar to like the way Balassi does. Balassi's one of the players that doesn't hold back, and if he has an opportunity to take someone on, he definitely will. Obviously, he'll have to get game time to actually improve himself and actually prove that he's actually worth the money, but I mean, Aston Villa are doing really well. The Delphin Benteke money, he's actually gone very far for them. And now we go on to number 3, which is going to the Bosnian striker Edin Dzeko, who has left Manchester City to join AS Roma in the Serie A. It's a 1-year loan deal with a permanent option at the end. Again, quite a common theme in world football right now. He's 29 years old and he's valued at £14 million. And last season for City, he played 32 games, getting 6 goals and 4 assists. If you look at it like that, it's not a great return, to be honest, but I mean, you have to look at the minutes and take them into consideration because he was mainly used like as a substitute, and this guy needs game time. And that's why he's my number 3, because I think he wants to refine his form. He's actually a very good striker still, and game time was definitely lacking at City. He's got obviously the likes of Wilfred Bony and Aguero to challenge with, so it's not easy to get into that Man City team, and in Italy it's a slower pace of football, and I think he'll absolutely thrive on that. When he played for Roma the other day, he actually scored in his debut. I think it's a non-competitive one in a friendly, but he did score 2 goals, which is pretty impressive and a good start to his whole Roma career. And with that loan to option to buy, I think they'll definitely get on a permanent next year. Number 2 then, we've got Salomon Rondon, the Venezuelan striker that's actually joined West Bromwich Albion from the Russian club at Zenit St. Petersburg. He cost them a club record fee of £11.9 million. He's 25 years old and he's worth 10.5. Last season for the Russian club, again, he played 44 games, getting 20 goals and 4 assists with a very nice return, playing alongside the likes of Hulk and also Danny. But I mean, this guy, he's an absolute force to be reckoned with. I actually saw him come on yesterday for his debut, and he seems like an absolute tank. I don't really think he's done much, but again, it's taken a little bit of time to settle in, given the fact I think it's a new language and everything like that. So again, a club record fee, and it just shows the money in the Barclays Premier League right now. So the TV rights right now for the actual Barclays Premier League have allowed clubs like Crystal Palace, West Brom, Stoke City all to splash a cash and kind of be linked to players they never used to be linked to, like in that kind of caliber. If West Brom can get into hit the ground running again, it could take a little bit of time to settle in. It could be very important for their BPL survival this season, as a lot of people are actually tipping them to go down. And my number 1 for this week is going to be the Swiss international Shaqiri, who has joined Stoke City from Inter Milan. Again, just like Rondon, this one shows the kind of attraction the Barclays Premier League has nowadays. So he joined again for the same price as Rondon for around £11.9 million. He's 23 years old and he's actually valued at 11.9 mil, so they got that one spot on for the Inter and kind of Bayern last season. 35 games, 5 goals and 4 assists. He's now adopted a kind of central role well. And again, like Rondon, this actually shows that the money in the Barclays Premier League and also the pulling power alone, because before clubs like the Champions League clubs, they used to say that was like the pulling power, but now like say a mid-table club can bring in a high caliber player from Europe. They've gone from the attack of like Kitson, Ricardo Fuller, Sidibe, and also players like that. And I mean, now they've got the likes of Afellay, Bojan, Shaqiri, Arnautovic. It's such a big improvement from Stoke City. And that is it, cover my top 5